I remember when I was 8 years old. My mom took me to the best park in my neighborhood. I waited for a lifetime to be able to go down the biggest slide I'd ever seen. It was one of those big, enclosed yellow slides that take forever to climb to the top, and then is over before you know it. The wait didn't matter, though. Just the pure anticipation of knowing that the ride was going to be worth it was enough. I got to the top after every kid had gone, and they were all waiting at the bottom, cheering me on. I looked down and saw my mom, who was also excited for me. And then something happened. I sat there, palms sweating, heart racing. As much as I wanted to just let go and enjoy the thing I'd been looking forward to, there was something keeping me there. Sitting, unmoving. Panic? Fear? I don't know. Do you have that at 8? I do know that all I wanted was to be anywhere other than there. Why were there so many people watching? What if I screwed this up? I mean, if anyone could screw up going down a slide, it would be me. I heard a kid yell out, "Just do it already. Just let go." It even had one of those ridiculous Grand Canyon echoes. Sure, kid, it's so easy to just do it, right? Just let go. So, why couldn't I move? And then I looked at my mom. "Come on, Will, hurry up," she said. She seemed annoyed. Was it because she had to hurry home and make dinner and I was holding her up? Or was it because maybe I wasn't behaving like a normal kid? Like all of the others? What was wrong with me? What was the difference between them and me? What was holding me down? Why were they so weightless and carefree? So, I threw caution to the wind, and I did it. Because that's what a normal, average 8-year-old kid would do, right? I pushed myself, and I let go, and I flew. I flew and felt weightless. Completely terrified. But weightless. And it was the most amazing feeling I'd ever had. And then that voice in my head kicked in. That feeling of being free left as quickly as it began. All I could think was, what if I flew so far and landed wrong and then just... that was it? What if that was it? Except it wasn't. I landed flat on my ass. At first I was in complete shock. I felt a jolt throughout my entire body. Was this death? Did a lightning bolt strike me down? Did I fly into the jerk-faced kid who told me to let go, or did I somehow survive? Did I survive to face a crowd of kids who'd seen me crash and burn while none of them had the same misfortune? I feel like I feel and you're always to blame. absolutely did.
I can tell by your eyes that you're feeling the same.
There in front of me was a crowd of normal kids, and then there was me,
Will we finally get it right?
weighed down and frozen. As the shock began to wear off, I remember wanting to burst into tears. And just before I did, I heard the same kid say, "He looks all right, he's fine." And then he ran off to be a nuisance to someone else. I felt a tear slide down my face as I looked up at my mom. She walked over, grabbed my arm, and yanked me up. I think I was expecting a hug or a quick once-over to make sure everything was fine. What I got instead was, "He's right. You look fine. Just dust yourself off and let's go." Pure shock of the situation and the feeling that I wouldn't be able to sit down for a week kicked in, and I uncontrollably let out a whimper. My mom pulled on my arm and looked at me and said, "Brush it off. Your will. It's easy for you to bounce back. Nothing keeps you down, okay? But you want to cry? I can give you something to cry about." We walked to the car in silence. I got in and tried as best as I could to sit in the seat. And I pushed in all the pain and the tears and held my breath until I couldn't hold it anymore. And then I took another breath, and I held that one in until I couldn't hold it. Because that's what you do, right? If you seem happy-go-lucky, and you feel anything other than the norm, you fight it. You push it down, you keep your head down, and you press on. So I did. I pushed it down for 4 days. And when I still couldn't sit down, my mom decided to take me to the ER. It turns out, I threw caution to the wind, and actually ended up fracturing my tailbone. At 8, on a slide. The only treatment was to use some ice and wait it out.
I don't care if you're honest.
But the real kicker for me was during the car ride home.
I suffered the worst defeat.
My mom looked at me and said, well, you're just going to have to be more careful." And in that moment, I was faced with a conundrum. How was I supposed to let go and be careful at the same time, when given the choice of holding on to the fear or letting go and becoming weightless? I did what seemed so easy for everyone else, and my fear and panic were justified. How do you find the balance? How do you outweigh the fears and the insecurities? The feeling of wanting to be where everyone else isn't? How do you keep pushing through knowing you're not like everyone else? How do you blend in?
Have I been on the wrong side? Have I lost too much? Why can't I reach inside my head and pull these demons out?
And when you do blend in, why do you get upset that people don't see the weight that pulls you down each day? How do you describe it to someone who can't see it with their own eyes?
Will, hey, it's Claire. I just wanted to say that you were great today. I just called to invite you to the cast crew hangout tonight. You should come. It'll be fun. Okay, bye.
Will, listen, you did great at the end of today's read-through. That is what I want. But not everyone gets to replace Cumberbatch, okay? Consider yourself lucky, but just remember, luck only lasts for so long. Talk to you later.
Hello? How do you explain the pure struggle to get up in the morning? The struggle to ignore the lingering doubts about every single thing you do. About every single choice you make. How do you describe that voice in your head that keeps you up at night? How do you tell someone that you're more alike than you think? How do you live in a world with so much pain? How do you ask someone if they can finally see your struggle? I mean, how about you? Did you see it? No? Hey, can we run it back for them? My name is Will, and this is my story. The truth that I have to remind myself of is that I'm not alone. And I know it. Somewhere deep down, I know that. I mean, I'm one of 40 million people. And that's just in America.
You can just go home if you want to. I mean, you're probably not gonna keep this role in the movie anyway. So, no need to work out.
Someone you pass at the gym. I could be someone you pass in the park.
I've always been haunted by a face that you can't see. Is this what you wanted? It's not enough for me. I've always been haunted by
See? I told you shouldn't have tried working out today.
you can't see. Is this what
I could be your new coworker, or that guy you pass on the street every day. I could even be you.
You know, you can always just quit, you know? You can go home. You're not his first choice. Like Benedict Cumberbatch was taken.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You sure you seem out of it or something?
No, I'm good. Let's do this.
You can smell the failure pouring out of you.
Where are we starting from?
Did you not tell him? Scene 5, we're starting where Claire enters. Claire, whenever you're ready.
And then that voice in my head kicked in.
You can just go home if you want to.
It's like people don't even really see you.
I mean, you're probably not gonna keep this role in the movie anyway.
You're like totally normal.
Do you know, Will? Do you know why he's here at this exact moment to stop her? So I can tell you don't know the lines, but do you know this moment?
Yes, I do.
No, he doesn't.
This moment makes the movie. It's make or break here. Liam is at a crossroads, and this decision rides on everything. He can let go, throw caution to the wind, have the opportunity to have the biggest happiness.
Why does everyone think you're this golden boy with a perfect life?
And he can choose to carry the weight that'll sink further and further into the reality of his life without her.
You don't know anything about that, right?
Look, I know you're young and good looking and you're at the cusp of taking over the world, but you're an actor. There must be some pain in there that you can access. Have you ever had anything that has gotten you to that point?
Yes. Yes. Can we try it again?
Alright. Top.
It's moments like these where I'm 8 years old again, trying to open myself up. And then I'm laying on the ground, and I hear the kid telling everyone I'm fine. That there's nothing wrong with me. And the second that I doubt that I'm fine, I hear my mom reminding me that she'll give me something to cry about. Like it's a choice to be okay or to not be okay. Like we have a choice. And so, I push it down.
That went horrible. Look, let's just go home. There's a tub of Ben and Jerry's in your fridge. I knew you shouldn't have gone in there. Oh my god, even better. Let's go.
do it already. Just let go. Holding on to, and what am I letting go of? Life? Holding on to, the weight? What am I letting go of?
I don't know why you fight me so hard on this.
Brush it off. Your will. Nothing keeps you down.
Why does everyone think you're this golden boy with a perfect life?
How do you outweigh the fears and the insecurities?
You're like this all-American boy next door.
How do you find the balance?
It's like people don't even really see you.
How do you keep pushing through, knowing you're not like everyone else?
You're like totally normal.
Will, hey, it's Claire. I just wanted to say that you were great today. I think you're really bringing the character to life, and honestly, don't take anything Damien says personally. He's just one of those directors.
Will, listen, you did great at the end of today's read-through. That is what I want. Not everyone gets to replace Cumberbatch, okay? Consider yourself lucky. Talk to you later.
Hello?
Will.
Claire?
Hey, I wanted to say you can't let Damien get to you. I know this business can be rough, and I mean, I don't have to tell you that, you're an actor. But I hope you know how talented you are, and that someone hired you because they saw that talent. Gets to replace Cumberbatch.
Yeah, so I've been told.
Yeah. Could I share some advice with you?
Only if it's free.
Yeah. The first time, anyway.
I'll take it.
Okay. So, I think the best piece of life advice I ever got came to me when I was sitting 150 feet in the air on a zip line.
What?
Just stick with me for a second. So, I'm sitting there on this platform in the middle of nowhere, and I am just terrified. And I mean, this was something that I had been wanting to do my entire life, and I was just frozen. And I didn't know if it was panic or fear, but it suddenly felt like death was gonna be on the other end of the zip line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually.
So I'm sitting there, and All of my friends have already gone and survived, mind you. And I'm just stuck. And then I heard this voice in my head. And it said, holding on is easy. Letting go is a triumph. And I don't know, I felt that so deeply in my soul, and before I even really realized what I was doing, I pushed off. And I just flew. For a moment, I was weightless. It suddenly didn't matter what was gonna be waiting for me on the other end or anything in between. It felt so much better to let go of the whats and the ifs and the fears and the voices in my head telling me that I shouldn't be doing this. Are you still there, or did I completely lose you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know, just some food for thought, anyway. I hope it helps.
Yeah, that helps.
I should probably get back to the hangout. Are you going to be joining us?
No, I'm actually gonna head to bed early tonight. I'm pretty exhausted.
Yeah, sure. I'll see you tomorrow, Will.
Good night.
Good night.
The problem is I know exactly what Claire was talking about. I lived that same moment. Yes, an 8-year-old on a slide doesn't compare to a zipline, I guess. But in my mind, they're one and the same. Every decision I'm faced with each day is comparable. And the truth is, if we want to get really honest about it, I have to be very careful with what she said. Holding on is easy. Letting go is a triumph. That is simple. It's true. Something deep within my mind will always tell me different. How do you be careful and cautious, but still let go? This weight that I carry every day changes the way I think about these things. It makes me question everything. What am I holding on to, and what am I letting go of? Life? The weight? It's a fine line for someone like me. Those things are always interchangeable. And that's definitely not what someone would see as normal. I'm not average. I don't even know what that means. Who really even fits that mold? What I do know is this. Those of us getting up every day, making the choice to keep going despite the weight, the invisible pain, we are so much more than average. We're warriors.